Hey Divas, this is Shay. All right, let me get you adjusted so you can see me. Hey Divas, this is Shay, your Love Diva, and I'm doing something that I never ever do. I am taking you backstage to literally witness a few minutes of me doing the Manifest Love class. And we are in week 3 talking about manifesting, using the law of attraction to manifest love. And so you're going to get to see part of my class and what I do to help singles to attract love, to become irresistible love magnets. And so we are getting ready to start a group of women. And these women have been working for the last 3 weeks. They've had homework, they have self-work, journal work, they've been watching their self-guided videos, they've been doing all the work on themselves. And so there's some things that you guys have missed because before the Cup of Manifesting class, there is Cup of Healing, that's the first class, and also Cup of Being. And then the third class is Cup of Manifesting. But you get to see what these women have paid a ton of money in order to learn. And they're paying it because by investing in themselves, they are declaring to the universe, I deserve it and I am expecting it. And it puts your skin in the game so that you increase your attractability, your attraction to draw in what it is that you want. So we are getting ready to start. I'm going to start early. You're probably going to hear from other people that are in the class, but just sit back and witness. And as I'm asking questions and as I'm talking to the other students that are in our online class, then answer the questions too. Drop me messages in the chat box. If you're joining me, give me a heart emoji, show your love, set your vibration into the universe that you are ready to attract love by leaving a heart emoji. And we are going to get started. So, the class on Wednesday, we meet at 7:30 on Wednesday. And I have been coaching these ladies for the last 3 weeks, as I said. And we have been doing some intense work. Hello, hey, sweetie, hola. I love it. So we've been doing a lot of work. Who else do we have on the live? On Facebook Live, I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm taking you guys backstage to witness me conducting our live training session. And this week we are working on Cup of Manifesting, which means I'm going to be teaching you how to use the law of attraction to manifest love. Can you believe that? You're going to be learning the secrets, things that you haven't heard or learned or thought of the way I'm going to present it anywhere else. So you're not going to want to miss this. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. I have a lot of women who asked to join this class, and oh, you're so sweet. What is it, Lady B? You're like, oh, you look amazing. Thank you, sweetie. I so appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's see. Students are coming in. Hey, ladies, welcome, welcome. Come in, sign in. Oh my gosh, you guys. I love this. I really do. I love working with you. I love being a tool to help women to heal and to be their authentic self, to be who you need to be, who you need to show up in order for you to attract the man of your dreams, the person who's waiting for you in the future. If you're hurting or just getting out of a relationship or you're heartbroken or still wanting the ex, then you're in the vibration of that. And I highly recommend that you stay out the dating game. Lady B said, I have trouble getting love because I feel like I'm not worthy, like I'm too boring or not perfect enough, and I have social anxiety around men. I didn't hear, hey Pam, how are you? Heart emoji. I love it, you guys. Leave your heart emoji. Lady B, it's funny that you say that because a lot of the ladies in this class feel exactly the way you do. Because here's the thing. It isn't about like having to talk about it over and over again. It's about doing the work to retrain your subconscious mind to think, believe, and perceive something different. When you do that, that's how you become powerful. That's how you become an irresistible magnet. So let me make sure my IT person has me set up right. And we are ready to launch in 2 minutes. I hope you guys are ready. You're going to like this. Guarantee it. You're going to be enlightened on this day. I don't think the class has started. Am I missing something? Because it said I signed out. So am I signed in? My hubby is my IT person. He knows everything IT and I don't. So, you want me to? Yeah. Hi, everybody. Okay, so if you're joining us, remember, leave your heart emoji, okay? Leave your heart emoji. Lady B shared what her struggles are. If you are ready to set the intention in the universe so that you can be a powerful magnet to love, then go ahead and share what you believe is keeping you from attracting love. Share that, because as you are releasing it and putting it out there, then now you're starting the process of clearing the way so that you're open and you're non-resistant to receiving the love that's waiting for you. Because I guarantee you, if you're looking at this, that means that you are in alignment with love. Love wants you just as bad as you want love. Desire means of the Father. So if you desire your soulmate to show up in your life, if you're desiring your perfect partner, and I always say this, there is no perfect person, but there is somebody who's perfect for you. If you are hoping, wishing, praying for that, then amen, right? Right, lady? So if you're hoping, wishing, praying for that, then that means it wants you just as bad as you want it. It is just all about tuning your dial into receiving it. So we are going to get started. I'm literally counting down. Do you feel you have clients who like being single but also want a relationship? You know what it is? Like, all right, so you have a dynamic. When you're dealing with human beings, they are either motivated by pain or pleasure. So we're either driving towards, we want things that we feel are going to make us happy, and we want to avoid things that we think is going to cause us pain. And so if in your mind you believe that love equals pain, that it means that you are at risk of getting your heart broken, being left, or disappointed, then you don't want to feel that, right? You don't want to feel that disappointment. You don't want to feel that pain. So part of you is going to run away from it. But if you associate the whole process as, I am looking forward to becoming one with the perfect person for me and being able to create this magnificent life love experience with that person. And yes, I might have been disappointed in the past. And yes, I might have been hurt in the past. But you know what the blessing in all of that is? The blessing and the lesson is that I learned more about what I wanted. I got closer to the person who wants me. So I didn't like that. The same way I don't like anything that's uncomfortable in my life. But I know that I have to go through discomfort sometimes in order to get to the destination that I want. I know that. So I'm willing to go through the process, trusting and expecting love to show up. So she said, I mean, like having the bed to myself, no makeup, no one under me at all times. It's so funny. If you create in your mind a list of what you're going to be giving up or losing by having somebody come into your life, then what are you doing? You're going to associate negative to love and having somebody in your life. Let me tell you something. Every single person on this planet was meant to be loved, period. You were meant for that. And so, yeah, you might be thinking, oh, I have to share my bed with somebody. But what if it's your best friend? What if it's your best friend? You know, like imagine your best friend. Imagine somebody who compliments you, sharing your bed with you, making love to you on a regular basis. Imagine like enjoying sleeping in their arms, enjoying having I think about it with my marriage. It's like having a slumber party every night. It's like having a slumber party, having my best friend in the same bed next to me. Now, if it's the wrong person, of course not. You're not going to want that. But focus on what are you missing by not having love? What are you missing? Because trust me, you're missing a lot. That's why your soul is calling you towards attracting somebody. All right, so let me see what's going on with our class. Is the Zoom link? Lady B said that's a good way of looking at it. If you're coming on, make sure you leave your heart emoji. Class is getting ready to get started shortly. We're having some technical difficulties, but you guys are going to get to see the behind the scenes. You're going to get to see a class that I don't share, and you're not going to get to see the whole class, but you're going to get to see a lot where you're going to be able to gain from this class. So hang on and be enlightened. Around my IT person, aka my husband, is getting us set up for our Cup of Manifesting class, where we are going to learn how to set the vibrations align with our soulmate so that we can attract them without having to do all the work, without having to feel like you're going on a million dates and feeling like all of this is work. You're going to literally be like pulled and drawn to do the things that align you with your soulmate. So we are getting started shortly. Are you on? It's not letting you go on? All right. Okay, so I am on. Okay. All right, you guys, if you're on the class and you've been trying, try it again. There's somebody who's... Bear with me. Okay. We have students that are... So we are on. You're seeing my screen. No. Bear with me, my Facebook Live family. Okay. Thank you guys so much for your patience. We are going to be on and rolling shortly. I've been working with Zoom for like the past couple of weeks, and it just seems like real technical. Okay, they're still having an issue getting on. If you're joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys are going to get behind the scenes access to the class, Cup of Manifesting, where I will be teaching you how to manifest love. This is the link to the regular class, teaching you how to be able to manifest love. Hi. Tell me, Donzel. Nice to meet you. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we're trying to get all set up. You guys are going to get to say, okay. We are getting rolling. People are coming in. As I said, we are going to be learning how to use the power of manifesting in order to set our intentions into the universe to manifest love, using the law of attraction to manifest love. You guys are getting background access, and right now my IT person, aka my husband, who is IT genius, is getting us set up. So bear with us, be patient. Definitely need to manifest a relationship. Single life is terrible. Oh my God, she said it was terrible. Okay, we will be talking about that. We will be talking. This class is really going to help. Now, because you are my YouTube family, you guys are getting free access to a class that people pay for. And so make sure that you are taking notes. Uh-oh. Sorry, we might get disconnected. Hey, Lacey.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. We were having technical difficulties. Do you see me now? Are you on?
No, mine just keeps saying the host has another meeting in progress and spinning out of control.
And then okay.
And I called in and it said that the meeting hadn't started yet.
Right. So we literally have a window that's open, and we might have to send out another link so that everybody knows, which link to join, because my husband has a meeting open, but unfortunately nobody's able to get onto this. So give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
We're working out the technical difficulties. Don't give up. We will start shortly.
No, I just wanted you to know I'm here.
I'm so proud of you. I have such good students. I'm so proud of you. All right, sweetie.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye. All right, Love Bug. People are having a hard time getting in. It was a separate meeting. Is it on? This is what it says. There's another meeting recurring. I know. So I just closed this meeting. Can you try to do it again? And then let's see. Thank you guys. If you're watching, thank you for being patient. Make sure you're leaving your heart emojis as we are getting set up. What is Carlin doing?
Waiting for the host to start the meeting.
What is Carlin doing?
Oh, I don't know.
Is everybody joining the link from
from last week?
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so this must not be the link because nobody is in this one. Oh, there's everybody. Hey, you guys, I was just about to close the meeting. All right, so go ahead and okay, there you are. Everybody's joining in. Lacey will be coming on soon. Sorry about that, you guys. We had some technical difficulties, and everybody's coming in. Iva, so good to see you, beautiful.
Hi, good to see you all.
Hey, sweetie. Welcome back. Let me make sure, Lacey, YouTube family, y'all be patient. We're getting started. Let me because Lacey was trying to come in, I wanted to give her a minute to come in. But how are you guys doing? Hey, sweetie. How are you feeling, beautiful?
Okay, I've been kind of sick all week, and I've got some vertigo, so I'm going to be dancing very lightly and
Okay, now we're going to have to push up that dancing. All right, so here's Lacey. All right. Hey, sweetie. Everybody is logging in, and I'm so glad you guys were able to make it. I think we have one more that is trying to get in, but this is good. They will figure it out, and I'm so glad that you guys are on. All right, so let me open up the presentation. All right, so before we get started, you guys already know what to do. You know, you're gonna have to start off with prayer. The dancing's coming. I know you're ready. I know you're ready. All right, so let's start off with prayer, you guys. Pretend like you are holding each other's hand. We are touching and agreeing in the spiritual realm. Father, Mother God, we just come before you, thanking you for allowing us to have this moment. Thanking for your guidance and for your transformation of everybody who is participating in this process. We call forth all of our angels, guides, and teachers. May our highest Christed I himself be fully present within our bodies. We call forth Jesus the Christ to lift us up to a higher space of understanding, of awareness, of openness. We call forth love, magnificent love, the love that you always intended for us. Speak through me and use me as your vessel. Decrease me so that you may increase within me. In your name we pray. Amen, Ashe, and so it is. Take a breath. Yay. Okay. We are ready. Make sure you guys have paper and a pad because we are going to be covering things that you probably haven't seen when it has come to using the law of attraction to manifest love. And the reason why you're going to see me looking up is because we also have our YouTube family that are joining in on this class. And so all of our cup of manifesting, our cup of love, manifest love inner circle class, say hello.
Hello.
Yay. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right. So we had homework last week and you guys did a good job with your homework. I read all of your statements of what makes you feel loved, what are your talents, what are you bringing to the table, what do you bring to a relationship, and a lot of you guys were able to even evolve your thought. You evolved your thought from, I need to be loyal, I need to, do this or that, versus being. Like, what is your beingness that you're bringing to the table? Because it's your beingness that's going to actually make you irresistible and make that man never want to leave your life. Okay. And so you want love, but first you must become an irresistible magnet to your soulmate. Becoming an irresistible magnet is the name of the game. That's the goal. So here's the steps to manifesting love. First, what do we have to do? What do we need to do, you guys? Do you know what we're going to do? Dance. All right, you guys. So we have to raise our vibrations. And how do we do that? We do that by getting into peak state. And I'm going to change up the song on you guys today. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I want you guys, when you dance, I want you to dance your butt off, because the more you raise your vibrations, then the more you literally set the intention into the atmosphere to attract what it is that you want. High vibrations is what attracts what you want. That's what does it. Low vibrations attract what you don't want. Not only that, when you raise your vibrations, you literally... All right, I'm going to be on the edge, so I hope nobody has virgin ears. When you raise your vibrations, you learn better. You ready? All right. Is everybody standing up? Let me pull this down so I can see you guys. Ready? Get up. Let's go. Raise your energy. Come on. YouTube family. Come on. Get your energy up. Get your energy up. Get your energy up. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get your energy up. Get your energy up. Raise your vibrations. Come on, ladies. Move harder. Come on, y'all. Get it. Is it up? Are you feeling it? All right, good job, you guys. Good job. All right.
Did not hear any music at all.
You didn't hear it?
No.
So you was just listening to me dance.
I was jamming to your yelling.
You guys didn't hear the music. All right, so my husband thought it would be a good idea to hook up the speaker this time instead of you know how it is with men. They make it too difficult. Like, just make it easier. So we won't use the speaker anymore, but at least you guys got your blood flowing and then your energy up. All right, so let's get going. What was your homework that was due today?
We had the 2 friends.
Yep.
The stuff from the 2 friends and the other list of questions that you asked.
Right. So let's talk about the friends. Iva, we literally had to find 2 friends and ask them, what are our strengths? What are we bringing to the table? What are some things that we need to work on, as well as what was common in our past relationships and why our relationships didn't work. And it's funny because you'll get a lot of insight when you ask other people to give you feedback on what they see within you. You'll get feedback on like what your real strengths are. Because sometimes what we think is a strength, it might be something that's not so much as a strength, or it might be a much more than what we know our strengths that we're bringing to the table. So that's the reason why you do that activity where you ask a friend, somebody who really knows you, to tell you. Also, did you notice like a commonality in what your friends were saying about you, for those of you who did your homework?
Yeah.
What did you notice, Holly?
Both of them were they basically said for number 1, which I think was like what I'm bringing to the table or my strength, is just me. It's just, my strength is that I'm me.
Right. I love it. So what does that mean to you?
That just being who I am is who I am is a strength. Like, in being authentic and true to myself is a strength, and being who I really am is good, and it's what the world needs, and it's what attracts people to me.
Nice.
And it's what makes me magnetic.
Nice.
Is being authentically me.
How did you feel when you heard your friends saying that about you?
I was like, wow, it's really like not that hard to be magnetic.
Right. It comes natural, right?
I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
So that's where I shine, and just being me. Okay, I can handle that.
Nice. Just keep on shining. You don't have to do. You just be.
Yeah.
Now, Rhonda, what about you? What? Tell me about the strengths that you're bringing to the table to a relationship.
Loyalty, trustworthy, a friend to the end, commitment, integrity. Those are all my characteristics. That's who I am.
I love it. Now, like everybody said the loyalty part. So I'm going to share my whole, whenever I hear loyalty coming from women, because a lot of times women have a disposition that they have to prove why a man should see them as being qualified. And loyalty is up there to the point where they're more loyal to him than they are to themselves. So even when they recognize signs that this man is not even loyal to you or to the relationship, then you're holding on to your definition of being loyal. And a lot of times being loyal is a sacrifice to yourself. It's like almost like you have to diminish your highest and best good for the benefit of somebody else. And that's never, ever okay in a relationship. It's his job. You're the vessel. And so it's a transformation in thought, because since you are the prize, you are the woman, it is his job to show you his loyalty. He earns your trust. You don't bring the gift of your loyalty and your trust up front.
Right.
That's something that he earns it, and then you gift it to him. He commits to you. He shows you with his actions, not his words, that he is worthy of your loyalty, of your trust, of your vulnerability. And then that's when a woman is able to open up, and that's when she feels like she's being needed. But if you're giving your loyalty, if you're giving your trust, if you're giving all of these things to him before he's actually sown into you and fed you, then it's death for a woman, because what it does is it drains your estrogen. Think of yourself as a flower. A flower has to be watered, it has to have the sunlight, and it has to be fertilized in some way. Most times it's naturally from the earth, or if it's a house plant, you have to add fertilizer to it. Now, a plant does not open for you if you don't provide those things. But once it does, the gift of the flower opening and providing its scent, providing its presence, is satisfactory enough to us, right? We don't ever look at a rose like, why can't you clean my house? Why can't you do X, Y, and Z? We don't do that. We enjoy the presence and the gift that the flower brings. And it's the same thing with you, and then some. All right. So just remember that you are the one that's supposed to be fed. All right. So moving on. Friends feedback. That's an important one. And if you haven't done that, I encourage you and challenge you to do that, to ask a couple of friends to give you feedback on what they think your gifts are and what they thought is the reason why you're still single, and what was a common trait in your exes that caused your relationship to not work.
Shay, what if you don't have relationships that are close enough like that where they would be able to answer those questions?
Your family. Do you have family members that you could refer to?
No, I don't talk about that sort of stuff.
It's funny because you'll be surprised. Like, even though they don't talk to you about it, and this is the reason why you make an intentional effort to ask them for their feedback, because the people closer to you, they'll look at your relationships and they have their opinions, but they keep them to themselves. But in this case, you're giving them permission. You're giving them permission to say, hey, I want your honest opinion. Like, what did you think was wrong with this relationship? Or what do you think is right about me that I'm bringing to a relationship? Why do you honestly think I'm single? And it's okay. Like, you are safe to tell me the truth. You'll be surprised. Like, when I asked this question years ago, one of my friends said, you like to control too much. And I had to be able to breathe that in, like, ouch. What do you mean I like to control too much? So being able to look at that and say, okay, that's something that I need to work on. That's something that I need to heal, because it's keeping me from having the love experience that I really want. Okay. But there's always somebody in your life, unless you just stay in the house too much. And if you stay in the house too much, then you got to get out the house, make friends, like join organizations. That's even more evidence that you got to get out the house and start getting a life, So, Lacey, what do you think? Tell me what you learned about yourself in this assignment.
I learned that I was a pretty cool person. So I don't have, and the loyal wasn't brought up. Independence was brought up a lot. Loving, independent, kind. The reason why I might still be single was probably that independence that was missing. Like, well, you're really independent.
Right. So too independent. That song, like, what is it? INDEPENT. I'm like, oh, that song drives me crazy, because I'm like, it's not about being dependent on somebody. It's not either or. It's not either you're dependent or independent. You can be open and still own your power. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm learning how to do. the huge purpose of that.
Right.
It's being my own beautiful, shining self next to somebody who loves that person.
Right. Right.
Not shrinking because it's too much for him.
Exactly.
Right. I actually had a friend say that I was too much for them.
You had a friend say that you was too much for guys?
No, too much for that person.
Huh.
And it was a really casual friendship, so it was weird. And I was like, well, I don't need you. I didn't say it like that, but I was like, bye.
Right.
I was like, I don't care. I'm going to be happy as me if you can't deal.
Exactly.
I'll be depressed somewhere else.
Right. If he can't handle you and if you're too much for him, he can kick rocks.
Right.
And keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But from this day on, if you are watching this and listening to my voice, never ever use the words independent to describe yourself. I am Miss Independent. Because there's a whole lot of independent people that live with their cats by themselves. And they wear that independence on their shoulder and they're as miserable as can be.
Right.
You
What
are...
would be a good way to describe that? What's the...
Think about it like this. All right, so if you have a lamp, can you ever imagine the lamp being like, I'm independent? I'm independent? Because when a lamp plugs into a socket and light comes on, then you see the full beauty of the lamp. Now, the lamp can be decoration without its light being on. But then you get like the added benefit, the usefulness of the lamp when you plug it in. And so it's the same thing with you. When you plug in the source and your light shines and you're part of somebody else whose light is shining, you are co-creating together. So you're open. You're open to being able to co-create and become one with the right and perfect person.
But what would you call that? Like if you were looking for, like, I am co-creating?
I am
able to stand in my power next to someone else.
I am a divine being who is looking forward to my perfect partner co-creating a wonderful life with me. Matter of fact, if marriage is what you want, which if you're in this class, that's what you want, you're already the wife. You're already speaking as yourself as being a wife. So you're a wife. I am a wife just waiting for my husband to show up in physical form.
Right.
Can you say that without feeling uncomfortable?
I'm a wife waiting for my husband to show up in physical form. Oh yeah, I can say that.
I love it. Can everybody say that? I'm a wife waiting for my husband to show up in physical form.
I'm a wife waiting for my husband to show up in physical form.
I love it. So that's what you are from now on. You're not the I word. You're the W word. So, as we move into manifesting is a process. It is a process. It's not a marathon, it's a process. And what you want to manifest will show up when you are ready to hold that experience in your consciousness. That's a fact. So, if you have been working on yourself and you've had the breakthrough and tonight you're like, I know my husband is on his way to me. I receive him. He is already here. I'm manifesting and I'm calling him forth now. He can show up tomorrow. Like that. He can show up in an instant. But if it...
super interesting. This time around, I didn't get independence from anybody. And something that I've been working on, like, since I started practicum, the first thing my supervisor told me is, you have to stop being so independent. Like, I had to relearn how to be in my internship.
I love that.
Allow myself to be supported.
Yes.
And it must be showing because I didn't get independence this time.
I love that. I love that. And the way you said it, I must allow myself to be supported.
Yeah.
I must allow myself to be supported. I love that.
And let me tell you, ever since I've been allowing myself to be supported, things have been going so much easier.
Right, because you're not supposed to do it all by yourself. You're not supposed to live this life by yourself. And a lot of us, especially us strong women who use the I word, we have to be strong with, if it doesn't get done by us, then it can't be done right. And we have that mentality, and then we burn ourselves out and wonder why we have no energy, why we're miserable, and why we're tired all the time.
Yeah,
but to
and I also am realizing that I'm not going to get where I want to go if I'm not allowing myself to be supported by my supervisors, my advisors, my mentors, and people that are already growing in the direction that I want to go in.
Right. There is nowhere on planet Earth where independence is a benefit. Nothing. There's no item on this planet. You will never meet a bug that says I'm independent, or an animal that I'm independent, or a bird or a tree or any of that say, oh, I'm independent, and that be a good thing. Because independence means death.
Mm-hmm.
It means death. Okay? All right. So moving into the manifestation process. First step, ask. We all know that, right? But you ask with clear intentions for what it is that you want. Being as clear as possible. So this is the part in your homework where we talked about the perfect partner worksheet, and then you go through and you're listing what are your 6 non-negotiables. And you're not listing it as if I don't want this. I don't want a cheater. I don't want him to smoke. I don't want, X, Y, and Z. You list it in the affirmative of what it is that you do want. Because by listing what it is that you do want, then now that's co-creating. Because your subconscious mind only hears the words after the not. So if you say, I don't want this, then your brain is hearing, I want whatever it is you said after that. Mm-hmm. Okay? So make sure you're clear. Who has done their perfect partner worksheet? Have you done your perfect partner?
I have the old one.
You have to. Well, since you're a new person,
I need to do the new one. Yeah.
Do your new one, and make sure you do your perfect partner.
Yeah, it's on the week 4 workbook, I think, and I'm still getting through those 20 videos.
I know week 4 is pretty heavy. There's a lot of stuff in week 4. Yeah. Week 4.
I'm still on that, and then I started working on my closet, but I got sick, so I had to take it lightly.
Right. It's all about him. So you're asking with clear intentions for what you want, right? Then you clear the barriers, the thoughts, the behaviors, the beliefs that are keeping you from love. And we did that last week. So that's the whole purpose of identifying what is keeping us from love, so that we can work on clearing it. Right? And it's not only just telling you to clear it because it sounds good, but how do you clear it? How do you do that? This is the key. Forgive. And that's the forgiveness letter you was working on.
Yeah.
Healing. Journaling. Getting coaching. Training your mind as you sleep. That's the positive mind meditations that you're listening to on a regular basis. Making sure you're consistently listening to it. If anything, like where the biggest value in this whole system, you guys, is really in that positive mind meditations. Like letting it work for you. So before you go to sleep, you have a session, you listen to it. But then as you're sleeping, putting it on replay and listening to it and allowing it to clear your mind of the thoughts, the barriers, the beliefs that are standing in your way. That's literally blocking the way for your husband to find you. That's the whole purpose of doing that. So you're training your mind, you're clearing your mind, and you're doing the work to make attraction easy. The whole goal is that as you're setting your intentions and working this process, then it just becomes natural. You're going to notice people showing up in your life. You're going to notice that you're doing things automatically and you're not complaining. You're going to be going on dates and you're going to operate like, I don't even care, like, if he's not the one. I don't care. It's like Christmas when you have a bunch of presents underneath the Christmas tree and you know, like, you have that one gift that you ask for and you really want. And so you're opening the gifts and the first gift might not be that gift that you wanted, but it's okay because you enjoy the process of opening that gift. And then when you finally open up the gift that you've been asking for, you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm so excited. And that's how you have to look at the dating process. Like, you're not attached to if this person's going to be your husband or that person. You're enjoying the process, but you know that he's going to eventually show up. And then the next part is making sure that you clear your fears. Because somebody in our YouTube family said, what if you're afraid of somebody taking up your space, somebody hurting you, somebody disappointing you, all of the negative associations that we've created in our mind. Now, if you ask any happily married person, is that a negative? Is sharing your bed with somebody a negative? Is worrying about if they are going to be cuddling you too much a negative? If, you're worried about what you're going to lose in yourself, going to be a negative? They will all tell you absolutely not. Any happily married person, any person that's in a healthy relationship will tell you the relationship only enhances both of us. They will tell you that they enjoy those things that we put negative associations with. They enjoy spending time with that person. So whatever you're afraid that you might lose, ask yourself, what if in real life I won't be losing that? Like, what if I will be gaining more? Like, what if I enjoy, like, waking up next to somebody every single morning? Like, what if? And ask yourself, like, is it possible that there's other people who are in the kind of relationship where they enjoy cuddling with somebody on a regular basis? Maybe you meet somebody who isn't a cuddler and you're not a cuddler and you guys just enjoy non-cuddling together. Whatever it is, your right person is going to be the right match for you. So clear your fears, because 9 times out of 9, fears are, as they say, I have to be corny, false evidence appearing real. It's not real. It's not real. And then when you face it, you realize that it's not real, and then it disappears. Expect. The next step is expect. So the first step is ask. Second step is clear. And now the third step is expect. Expect. You date while expecting that which you have asked for will come to you. You date with expectations. When you go to a restaurant and you place your order, the waitress gets your order and you place the order. Now, does the order show up immediately as soon as she writes it down? No. But you know your food's going to show up, right? And you're very confident that what you ordered is going to show up. Do you sit there like, what if what I ordered is too hot or too spicy? Like, oh my God, I don't want to eat. I'm sitting at this restaurant, but I don't want to eat because what if the food's too hot or it's too spicy or the noodles are too long or they're too short or whatever? Do we sit there fearing all the wrong things that could possibly go wrong with our food?
Of course not.
No. We simply order and then we expect, because we don't even think about it. We go on with our conversation, we do whatever we're going to do, and we know our food's going to show up. And it's the same way with manifesting. Expectation is extremely powerful. Operating as if you expect to meet your soulmate is extremely powerful. When you're dating, it doesn't matter what happens with this particular date. You know your husband's going to show up. You know, you expect it. Next step, prepare. Prepare for your soulmate to arrive. So let's say you have family that's coming into town, Iva, and you know they're coming from out of town, they're coming a long distance. What do you do, knowing that they're going to come to your house to stay? What do you do?
So you froze.
Am I moving now? Is it?
There you go.
Yeah. You're back.
I'm back. Okay. So you have family coming into town, Iva, and what do you do as you prepare for them to come?
Okay. So they're coming into town to stay with me or just
To stay with you. They're coming to your house.
Okay.
They're staying with you.
Just like,
I clean.
yeah, I clean my house.
You're going to clean. Very good.
Right.
Make sure they have towels and.
Okay. Yeah.
You're going to have all the necessary things.
Have a place to stay.
Right. There's going to be space.
Yeah, a place to sleep.
There's going to be space for them.
Right.
What else?
For them to sleep. Extra food.
You're going to have food. What else?
Yeah.
Are they just going to come to your house and then you're going to be busy doing everything else?
You froze again.
My back?
Yeah.
So are they going to come to your house and you're just going to be busy doing everything else but spending time with them? Because you filled your calendar up with all this stuff. What are you going to do?
No.
I'm going to plan things where my schedule is available for them.
Right.
Yeah, make space.
You're going to make space and you're going to make time, right? And it's the same thing with your soulmate. Rhonda, how can you prepare for your soulmate to show up?
Me personally, I would make myself, I'll dial myself up. I mean, prepare hair, makeup, nice outfit. Certainly have a nice clean place, if they came to visit me, of course. I would get in the kitchen and make a nice meal, of course.
No, you won't.
I just will be all accommodating. Really, I will just be accommodating.
All right, so this is preparing for your soulmate. So let's help. What would you interject, Lacey? What would you do to prepare for your soulmate to show up? How can you prepare? What's the first thing you probably should do as you prepare? Now, remember, Iva said step 1 is to clean.
Right. I mean, you can clean, you can make space for your soulmate. We clean it out our closets and all that stuff.
So the first.
Well, you know what? Shay, even to the extent of acting like they're already there.
I love it. Right. I love that. And then the first step you would do is clean. So you would clean your stuff. You would heal. You would clear the stuff that would block them from being able to come into your space, into your world. Right? Mm-hmm. So I want you to be clear on what you're doing, because right now what you're doing is preparing. You're preparing for your soulmate. You're becoming the very best you can be, so that when they show up, you guys are vibrating at the same plane, and there won't be any barriers. There won't be any false thoughts. There won't be any false beliefs that keep you from having a healthy, connected relationship. Right? So first thing Iva said was clean up. So this is what you're going to do. And a lot of people fight me on this, right? So in couple dating, we're going to cover this. But the first thing you do is you throw away the lingerie. Now, I know you spent a lot of money on that, on the lingerie, but it has to go, honey. It got to go. It has. I'm so proud of you. It has. Even if you did you buy it for somebody else? Did you buy it with the intention to?
You haven't used it with anybody else?
It depends. Did you buy it for the intentions of using it with somebody else?
No, I bought it to make myself feel sexy.
Oh, okay, honey. Well, then as long as you didn't wear it with anybody else, then you're fine. Because I'm all for, enjoying yourself. Okay?
Yeah, that's what it was for.
Okay.
Okay.
So any type of gifts, jewelry, items that came from an ex, get rid of it. Give it away. Put it away. Put it in the basement. Do whatever you got to do. But do not hold on to it. You can't put new wine into old wineskins. Okay? You just cannot. Yeah. And if you hold on to those things, then now you still have the same energy of that experience, of that relationship still there, which is going to taint the experience of a new relationship. 2, prepare a place at the table. Prepare a place at the table. Clear space in your closet. Clear space in your drawer. Act as if your soulmate is there. So then you're going through your house, you're going through your life, and you're like, what can I do to make space for this person to show up? And you can think of the smallest details, like go and buy a pair of slippers, men's slippers, and put it by the door.
Or a bottle of cologne.
Or buy a bottle of cologne. I love it. Spray a little bit on the side of the bed where he's going to sleep at so that you can...
On the pillow.
Exactly, on the pillow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Prepare a place at the table. Clean your closet. You think of as much as you can. You're preparing and you're acting as it is. Work on the things about you that is not conducive to having a healthy relationship. This is also going to be part of your homework for you to write down some things that will stand in your way. So these are new things. These are new things that you're going to write down. So just like one of the things my friend shared with me is that I was too controlling. I knew I had to work on that. I was also so flippant with the mouth. Like I didn't care what I said. I wasn't considerate of what I said, even if it was hurtful. I didn't think twice about what I said. I would just say it. Whereas as I got older and worked on myself, like even if my husband says something to me that might bother me, I'm like, count to 10, don't say anything, because you don't want to injure your partner. Did I freeze up again?
No.
Okay, good. So work on the things about you that is not conducive to having a healthy relationship. Vision. The next step is vision. So what's the first step? Ask. First step is ask. Second step is? Clear. Clear the fears. Clear the stuff staying in the way. Third step. Expect. Very good. I have a very good. Expect. Fourth step. Prepare. Very good. And now the fifth step. Vision. Hold the vision. Daily see how your soulmate will love you, treat you, hold you, how you will feel. This is the key, you guys. And this is the fun part. You should have such amazing rendezvous with your soulmate on a daily basis. Like you're looking forward to hanging out with your soulmate, your spiritual soulmate. So much so that they have to show up. So what you're doing is you're waking up and you're rolling over like, hey, and you're imagining what they're saying to you. And you're in that space where you can feel it, like you feel them hug you. You feel them kiss you. You feel them hold you. Heck, you feel them make love to you. Get a toy and pretend like that's him. But you act as if, and you feel it on an emotional, spiritual, energetic level where you can taste him, touch him, feel him, smell him. He's riding in the car with you. When you want to flick off a driver who cuts you off, you imagine your soulmate being like, baby, it's okay. Just calm down. You're safe. You're okay. Like hear them at night when they're holding you and kissing you and telling you, I'm coming. I'll be there. I'm loving you. Even though I'm not physically with you yet, I love you so much. and you're hearing them say all the things that you expect your soulmate to say when they show up in your life. You're taking, and then eventually in couple dating, we're going to talk about you taking yourself out on dates. And when you do that, and you're going out to dinner and you're going to these different events, it's like your soulmate's there. So somebody try to sit down where your soulmate's sitting, you're like, wait, somebody's sitting there. Don't sit on my husband. Don't sit on my husband. And let me tell you something, you guys. Like, who cares who thinks you're crazy? Because let me tell you something, it's powerful. And you will start to feel as if he is really there. And when he shows up, it will be a natural process. He will have to come, because you've literally created the void to pull him into your world. So hold the vision and make it clear. Smell him, taste him, touch him, feel him, hear him. Rendezvous with him in the spiritual realm. See him in the love experience moving towards you. So this is what I would do. Every night I would, hear my husband. I would feel him. And another good thing about this is that when you are visualizing your husband, it also brings up subconscious beliefs that you have around a relationship and having somebody show up in your life. So for instance, when I started the process and he would touch my face, at first he would slap me. And I was like, wait, it shocked the mess out of me. I wasn't expecting that my soulmate would hit me. But somewhere in my subconscious belief systems, I believed that relationships equal pain and abuse, because I grew up seeing that. So I had to keep rewinding the tape. So I would rewind the interaction, and when he would go to slap me, it would get softer, and then softer and softer, and eventually he would be rubbing my face and he would be gentle with me. So when you see things that show up like that, then be thankful, because that's information to tell you what subconsciously is still there that needs to be healed. And then replay that experience until you get it to look the way you want it to. So going back to seeing him in the love experience moving towards you. So after you are rendezvousing with him and you're hearing him say the things that you expect for your soulmate to say to you, and make sure your eyes are closed, and then see him in a car, see him in a moving object, whatever it is, a barrel, whatever, and see that object coming towards you. Hear like when you're in a circus, you know how they like that upbeat piano type music? Right. See, you hear it in your ear. So then, if you can get the music, find it on YouTube, play that. But then while you're hearing it, see him moving in a car towards you. See him moving in a balloon towards you. See him moving in different objects, but moving towards you. Even if he comes through you, see that visualization of him literally move from far away a distance and move in closer to you. Powerful. Another thing that I did every day as much as I could. So whenever I was sitting, whenever I was waiting for anything, I would doodle, my soulmate is here. My soulmate is here. I am a happily married woman. I love my husband. I have an awesome husband. Shay and her soulmate forever. Like I would just doodle different things that represented the love experience that is on its way to me. True love, it's on its way to me now. True love, it's on its way to me now. And you're writing it over and over and over again. That starts to move back into your subconscious mind. Again, pulling up the weeds, pulling up the blocks, and now replanting a new thought. It has to happen. Has to. Doodle your love affirmations as much as you can.
Shay, quick question. Is it important to fully see a person, like what he's supposed to look like?
You mean like the details in their face?
Right.
So the question that was asked is it important that you see the details in the person's face? No. Matter of fact, you shouldn't see that. It should be kind of blurry. You shouldn't be able to see the way they look clearly, because you don't want to be like hard, fast, like all my vision, my husband looked this way. And then now your husband shows up in real life and he looks nothing like that. So in your vision, your husband's 6'7", and then when a man shows up who's 5'8", you're like, wait, no, you can't be the one. You just can't. My husband was 10 feet. So no, make sure that their face is kind of blurry-ish and it doesn't look like any of your exes or anybody that you've been obsessing about. Okay? Holly, I see you smiling at me. Did I hit a nerve?
I said I have a crush on Russell Wilson. I can't get.
Oh wow, she said she had a crush on Russell Wilson. So like in her visions, everybody's gonna be looking like Russell Wilson. Absolutely not. You can't do that. It cannot be a celebrity. It can't be a fictitious person. It's your real husband, you guys, and you won't be able to see all the details yet because you haven't become that person yet. But what you'll find is the more and more you become that person, the more clear other details surrounding him will become. Now, his facial features might not be clear, but you might see that he has a mustache, or you might see he has a beard. You might not be able to see what color it is. You might see that it's dark, or, something like that. You understand? Yeah. Perfect partner. Your perfect partner worksheet. Make sure your worksheet's due by next week, because as we go into the cup of dating, we're going to need that anyway. The perfect partner worksheet is like the catalog of the universe of selecting the kind of person that you want, the kind of relationship that you want to manifest. Right? So you're not like rigid. You're not, even though there's a section on the perfect partner worksheet that talks about his features, you're not rigid. So like if you have, he's 7 foot tall, perfect teeth, brown eyes, looks this way, has muscles, etc., etc. That's just a guide. Now you'll be surprised. You might end up showing up and he might have muscles, but he might not be 7 feet. He might be 5'6", So you'll be surprised like how much of that, the points that you hit on that perfect partner worksheet, but at least you have an idea written down. You have the spiritual part written down, which is very important. But the part that I really want you to focus on with the perfect partner worksheet, the homework that you're going to turn in, is what kind of relationship will you have? I want that to be clear. Okay? What kind of relationship? Will he be your best friend? Will you guys play with each other, tickle, run in the park, go to the beach, travel together, be business partners, build a life together? Will you guys be, trusting and honest with each other? Will you be friends? Will you pray together? Will you manifest together? I'm telling you guys, like when I did that activity, like literally, I'm so blessed. And those of you guys who know me, personally, my husband is literally 90% of the things I had on my perfect partner list. Now, I did ask for 6'5". I love you, love bug. I asked for 6'5". He says like I'm 5'7" and 7/8". I'll take it. I love every single inch of him, but
luckily that wasn't a deal breaker.
Exactly, because I would have lost a lot, right? So, by doing that, at least I was clear, because if you jump in the car and you just start driving and you don't know what your destination is, you don't even know what it's going to look like when you show up, then how do you know you've arrived? How do you know? You have no idea. So that when you attract somebody because you've manifested them and you call them in your world, and when he is like disappearing for a day or two, or he's not making you feel valued, or he's not completely honest, he might be 60% honest, but he tells like a fib here or there, or maybe he's a smoker when you want somebody who's going to be healthy. You're like, nope, you're not the one. I know you're not the one because I've already identified what I cannot tolerate and what I must have in my perfect partner. And again, there's no perfect person, but there is somebody who's perfect for you. Even when I was going through the crappy relationships, I knew that without a shadow of a doubt that there was someone perfect for me. Okay? So
is that getting emailed or on the Facebook?
That's in your portal. That's in your workbook.
No, but I'm saying to turn it in.
Oh, okay.
Email or on Facebook.
You're a perfect partner. I would love you to post it. And make sure you take a picture of it and you post it. Okay. If you have homework, never text it to me. Because I can't see it.
No. Email.
No, not you. Not you. I've had a couple of texts. So just make sure if it's something that you really don't want to share and you don't want to post in the group, which again, you guys, when you post it in the Facebook group, you'll be surprised. First, not only how it helps you because you're able, when you look at it, especially from that vantage point, then you see like, you know what, I don't think I want that. Or you see somebody else's and you're like, you know what, I want that. I want that characteristic. And then you can add it. You know? There's something about when you post it to your group, your circle of sisters, which, you know, the group is very private, so it's only you guys. And then when you see it, you're like, yeah, that worked for me before, but it doesn't work for me now. So please post it on Facebook group. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, just go ahead and email it. Go ahead and email. All right. So the next step is know. Don't think, don't hope. No. You got to know that he's showing up. You got to know it. Like you know your name. You got to know it. And hiding behind your fears like, yeah, but I had an ex who, you know, broke my heart and then got married 2 days later, or somebody who cheated on me, or I was in an abusive relationship, or I witnessed my parents in a dysfunctional relationship. You know, all these things are excuses that keep us from moving past our comfort zone. And every single one of those I mentioned, I've been through. But one thing I knew without a shadow of a doubt, that God had somebody for me. I knew that. Even when I got cheated on, even when I married the married man who lied about being married, I knew that my soulmate was waiting for me. And I didn't care if I got my heart broken another 5,000 times. I was going to do whatever it took to meet my soulmate. So you got to know. So you talk to him at moments throughout the day, like we shared before, and every night before turning into bed. You have to know he's there. Before anything you've seen in the physical was ever real, it was first real in the spiritual. It was first a thought. It was first an idea. Anything, even us, any object. So know it. Know that he is on his way to you. It's not a hope. It's not a wish. It's a fact. Okay? And how do you know it? How do you move into that space? Using your affirmations, listening to your mind meditations on a daily basis. When you're going throughout your day, and even when you're having a rough day, and you're like, I am so thankful that I have married the most awesome man who's perfect for me. Not, I am so thankful that I'm going to marry an awesome man who's perfect for me. But I am so thankful that I have married the most awesome man who's perfect for me. I thank you for my husband. 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 All day, you're repeating that over and over again. Okay? Knowing it. All right, so let's go over the steps. First one. First step. Ask. Second step. Clear. Third step to manifesting your soulmate. Expects. Very good. Fourth.
Prepare.
Prepare. Fifth.
Vision.
Vision.
Okay.
Six.
No.
No. Very good. Then the seventh. This is, it's so funny, you guys, because you just automatically think that once you did the work to manifest a healthy relationship, you would think that receiving is the easy part, right? You would think that. But Lacey, tell me what is the number one thing that single women do once that love that they've been praying, hoping, wishing, working for shows up? What is it that they do that you would imagine they would do?
Freak out.
Freak out. And then what?
Run away.
They run away. They run away. They sabotage it. They make excuses.
They're in doubt. They doubt.
Yeah, they doubt.
In doubt.
Yep. And they're back into their comfort zone. They're back into being single where they think it's safe and they don't have to worry about being vulnerable. And they don't receive what they have worked for, prayed for, manifested. So the most important step is to receive. Breathe and allow love in when it finally shows up. Just breathe. Just breathe. Don't put any attachments to it. Like, but what if? Whatever happens, you're going to survive. I promise you, you're not going to die. You didn't die before, you're not going to die now. And even though you open this present and the present might not have stayed with you forever, you know the present that you're ultimately praying for, hoping for, working for, you know it's going to show up. So you are thankful for that experience, and then you're open and ready to receive the experience that you've been working for and praying for. So just breathe. Because every experience, good or bad, is working together for the moment of when they show up so that you can receive it. All of it. Okay? And then last but not least, this is a powerful one. This is literally like the glue. This is the glue that keeps it all together. This is also the magnet that draws to you more good. When you ask for something and then it keeps drawing more and more. It's gratitude. So you have asked, you have cleared, you have prepared, right? Third one.
Yeah. Expected.
You have expected. You have envisioned. You have received. Is that the next one?
No.
After you hold the vision, and then you know, right?
Yeah.
And then you receive, and then now you're thankful. You're just thankful. You're like, thank you so much. Not when they show up. Of course, you're going to be thankful when they show up, but giving the gratitude, the heartfelt gratitude before they show up is the powerful magnetizer. That's the magnifier. When you're every day, you're like, I'm so thankful that my soulmate has arrived. I'm so thankful that I'm a wife and a mom, if that's what you want. And I have the family and the life that I've been dreaming of. Thank you so much, God. I remember when I was homeless, sleeping in my car. I had a bank account that had negative $73 in it. And that's for real. And I remember being there with my daughter, and I'm like, thank you, God, so much. I'm so thankful for the life that I've always dreamed of. I'm thankful I live in this big house. I'm thankful for this awesome husband. I'm thankful we get to travel the world. I'm thankful for abundance. I'm thankful. And then I remember the moment when I woke up in the life that I was thanking God for way before it showed up.
Oh.
So gratitude, 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 gratitude. That's what pulls it all together. And not just saying it with your mouth, but feeling it with your soul, feeling it with your whole entire being. How do you do that? How do you get into that space where you know that space, right? This space where you feel like your heart is floating, the space where tears are coming to your eyes, where you just are so grateful. You can do one of two things. You can, one, think of a moment of a blessing and you just start being thankful and just sitting in that moment of gratitude, like maybe your life was spared or a loved one was spared, or when you experience something beautiful or witness something beautiful, or think of somebody that you really, really love. Think of someone you really love, or an experience you really love, and imagine light around your heart that starts off small and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that light starts to radiate over your body. And then it starts to radiate over your family members. And then your friends. And then to the room. It fills the room. And then the place that you live in. And then it's filling the city that you live in. And imagine that light going even further through the state that you live in. And then further out into the world. And then to the earth, to the planet. And then into the universe and the other planets. Because as you're doing that, as you're sending that out, you're creating a vortex. And that's how you get that feeling that is powerful and is magical. Also, when you find yourself getting down, standing in the space of gratitude will help you as well. Because you can't be thankful and sad at the same time. So there'll be times where I'm frustrated, I'm down, I'm upset, I'm stressed out, and I'm like, okay, let me start being grateful. So I'll start naming things. And if I'm out, I'll be like, thank you for the trees, thank you for the sky, thank you for my car, thank you for the grass, thank you for the road, thank you for this, thank you for that. And then eventually just being and setting that attention of wanting to be grateful, it starts to take over. And then now your heart starts to become full. And then it starts lifting up and raising your vibrations. And as it's raising your vibrations, what do you think you're doing? What's happening?
Creating a vortex.
You're creating a vortex, which means, Holly?
You're in a magnet.
Exactly. You're becoming a magnet. And if you're becoming a magnet, Rhonda, what's happening?
It's manifesting.
It's manifest.
You're receiving.
You're receiving.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good is coming to you.
Good is coming to you. What you're calling forth is coming to you. So you want to know why prayers, especially when you're scared, don't work?
Because you're praying about like negative stuff.
Exactly.
Focusing on fear.
Exactly. If you're in this state of fear, it's better for you not to pray. Don't pray when you're sad or fearful. And I know that sounds crazy. Get yourself in a different state. Dance, go outside, grab your boobs, say what is it? What are we saying? Thank God I'm not a cockroaching bargaria. Exactly. Do whatever you got to do to change the state. But whatever you do not pray by feeling sadness or fear. Because all you're doing is sending those vibes out into the world. And that's why people come to me and they're like, but Shay, I've been praying for a husband and I've been praying for this to happen and I've been asking God for that. Why hasn't it happened? Well, your prayers are coming true. Because what the universe hears is not the words you're saying, it's the emotion that you're emitting from your heart. That's what does the attraction.
Not expectation.
Exactly. Because when you're crying and fearful, you're expecting the bad. You're expecting the bad. But when you're like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm so thankful for that which it is that I know is coming to me, that which it is that's on its way, that which is here right now. When you're like, I'm so thankful, now that's what's showing up. That's what you're putting out there. And your heart, which has its own brain that scientists has been able to discover, is going to work to make that happen. It's aligning with your brain and then your heart brain to draw to you and raise your vibrations. And all this has been scientifically proven. So now your vibrations are being raised, which is affecting the whole universe, all the ions and energy around you, which now starts to draw to you what it is that you want. Powerful stuff. All right, so time for the manifesting meditation. For my YouTube family, it has been awesome. For you guys, go ahead and get comfortable and get relaxed as we get ready to start manifesting. I love you guys, and I hope you join my next class on March the 4th. Powerful stuff. It's going to be happening at 6 weeks of intensive training to help you to manifest the love that you've really been praying for. And if you want to work with me personally, then select the VIP Manifest and Love Inner Circle. Bye, Divas and Boos.